Today we have with us our expert, Amy Castro. Amy, we're so glad to have you here today. Thank you for coming. So tell us, what makes you an expert in this field? How did you get into this field?
Well, thank you for having me here. I'm glad to be here. I'm owner of MUA Makeup Artistry. I got into this business about 10 years ago, but I grew up in it with my mother. She was a cosmetologist, and I got more into the artist part of it, being the bridals and the filming and so on. And I was kind of skeptical at first, because when I saw my mother, how busy she was, I was like, I'm never gonna do that, never in my mind. And then I started noticing how much I love playing with hair and makeup and fixing people up, and then that's when I decided to go to school, get my license, become a professional, and really study into it, because I love to study. I'm never away from a book. I'm always looking at how to make the eyes look bigger, smaller, your skin look more fresher, not so powdered, but yet fresh. And I love it. I love it with a passion, and I'm always looking at new things to do.
So we had a chance to work with you about a week ago on a model shoot, and I was so impressed with your work. You did wonderful false eyelashes, and we see problems with that a lot in our business. So to me, that makes you an expert alone.
Thank you.
Stayed on. And the makeup was just fabulous. You did a wonderful job. But tell us now, when you meet a client or you have a client call you, what is your typical process? What's your day like? What do you have a consultation? Tell us how you do that.
Normally my typical day with the client, when I receive the call, they most likely want to know the quotes, who I am, where I've been, what I've done. And I'll give them all that information, but what I'm more concerned about is what they want. I want to get to know my clients. I want to know what they want to look like, how they want to feel. And because sometimes they'll say, I want to look like this, and it's something very stiff, very matted. And once you get to know your client and get their personality, then you can kind of suggest, you know what, let's try this. And sometimes they'll be open-minded and like, okay, well, let's try what you suggested. But my normal typical day is basically telling them who I am, so on, but getting to know them. And after I get to know them, we'll have a consultation one-on-one doing the hair and makeup. And then once I've given my opinion and her opinion, I have an open mind as well, because sometimes they just want what's there. And I can give so much suggestions, like, you know what, your frame is different. Let's do it this way. And if they still say no, then I'll try my best to do exactly what you wanted. And they always like it. They always love it. Never had a complaint so far. And then after that, they always book. And then from there, I always stay in touch with emails if anything's changed, if they still want to stay with the hairstyle, the makeup, if they want to add girls, which they always do. And then from there, I just kind of, hey, your wedding's around the corner, and I can't wait to meet you on the day of the wedding. We show up early, set up, make sure it makes it more relaxing. I try to make the bride's day or process to her wedding more relaxing, stress-free.
So you not only stay in contact with your bride, you make sure to stay open to their suggestions.
Exactly.
Do you ask them to bring in any pictures?
I do. So I have a lot of brides who are very open, and they're like, just do you. I love when clients tell me, you just do what you want. They put their trust in me, and that makes me feel even more confident that you trust me enough with your hair and your makeup. You trust my judgment. But I do ask them, if you want a specific look that will help me give you what you want, bring in a picture of the hair, a picture of the makeup, and we'll copy that, or we'll kind of take that, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and put it together. So I do ask them, I do encourage them to bring in a photo. But I get a lot of clients that say, just do you. I trust you, and I love that.
Evidently, they do trust you then. I've seen your work. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
What do you specialize in?
Hair in my field, because I grew up playing with it more, getting to know the textures, different colors, and there's more options to do with the hair. You can cut it, you can color it, you can style it. There's so many things you can do to it, and I think that would be my specialty, because I'm more creative with it. There's more options, it's more open.
It's very hard to find a makeup artist who also does good hair.
Yes.
So we're glad to hear that. And I know the brides are too.
Yes.
And your clients are very happy with that. They don't have to go from one place to another to deal with two different people. That's great.
I get that a lot, that a lot of brides who have gotten married, and they'll tell me, I wish I would have met you, because I had to go to Gastonia for my hair, and then to Charlotte downtown for my makeup, and then I was late to my wedding. And no, I'm all in one package. I go to you.
Tell us what your must-have is.
My must-have is must be prepared for everything and anything. You always get those, I wanted this, and you end up getting, well, I need this now. And you always make sure you're prepared for everything, anything. You use things that you didn't even know you had in your kit. Because sometimes I always carry extra stuff, and I'm like, I know I don't need it because the client said she wanted this and this only, but I take it anyway because you have to be prepared.
If you had to tell a client what to avoid at all costs, what would that be?
To avoid at all costs, I would tell my clients and suggest to them, do never suntan themselves, self-tanning. Especially the day before the wedding. If you want to get spray tan or get tan, do it in sessions, like a week before the wedding, or even 3 days before the wedding, but do it in sessions so you have that nice glow, not that orange peeling weird glow. No bride wants that, because not only does it look kind of bad, when from far away it looks good, but once you're up close it looks kind of bad. And then it's us hard as makeup artists to kind of match everything, because sometimes you're missing a color here, you're missing a color here. And precisely, I had a wedding yesterday that they went tanning, and she missed some spots here and some spots here, and I'm like, when did you get this tan? She goes, yesterday. And that is a must avoid at all costs, because it's hard, and we want you to look your best. And I always suggest this to my brides, do it 3 days before, or even weeks, and do it in sessions. That's the best way to go, is in sessions.
So does that include getting out in the sun, like at the beach,
Yes.
the tanning beds,
Yes.
and then the self-tanning lotions too?
Yes.
So avoid all of those at all costs.
Yes.
Or try them out a
Try
week
them out.
ahead of time so it has time to fade or
Exactly.
peel
Has
or
time.
whatever.
It will wash out that brassiness, because if you do it the day before your wedding, you're supposed to have it on a certain amount of time, for 24 hours, 48 hours, and you look brassy. You look like a brown, orange, green thing, and you don't want it. You want to have that nice, bright, glowing bride look. So yes, I would suggest to do it, like you said, test it out first, weeks before, and then a week before your wedding.
As professional photographers and videographers, we always recommend that our clients have professional makeup done also. Their hair, their makeup, it's very important. Don't have your cousin do it the day of the wedding. They may be good at it, but you need an expert to do it on that day. And I know sometimes that can get costly when your whole bridal party wants to have it done. So what do you suggest to help stretch a dollar when it comes to their hair and their makeup?
To help stretch a dollar, what I always tell my clients, or my brides when they come in for the consultation, is if you have bridesmaids or flower girls, mother of the bride, mother of the groom, I always provide a discount, and I always let them know the bigger the party, the bigger the discount I can give you. And flower girls, I always give to them free. At a certain age, from 1 to 6, they're free, because I know it can get costly, and they're little girls. And they can have a little bit of hair, and it's very easy, and then a little bit of blush and lip gloss to make them look beautiful. So that's what I suggest.
That's a great tip for stretching a dollar, because everybody needs to look their best on
They
that
do.
day. That's a once-in-a-lifetime day.
You can never get it back.
No,
No.
you can't. Give us a tip for staying stress-free.
To stay stress-free, let it go. Just let it go. You're gonna always have something come up. Always, something's gonna be missing. Someone's gonna be late. The only thing you can do is just let it go. Everything will fall into place eventually. And if it's something that needs to be taken care of, that's why you have a bridesmaid, maid of honor. They need to take care of that. don't feel like you have to remind them. Just give them a list before the day of the wedding. Okay, I need you to be in charge of all of this because this is my day. This is about me, and I want to be stress-free. Just let it go. If something happens and you hear about it, let it go. Someone will eventually take care of it.
That's great advice. That's what we basically tell too, because it's chaos. The day is absolute chaos, and somehow it all works out.
It does.
It always does.
And I tell brides, I'm like, don't get mad, because you will end up some people break out when they get mad. And I'm like, don't get mad.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. I'm like, just let it go, and it will all come together. I'm like, just wait till the end. You'll see. Once you're dancing with your partner, with your husband, or with your wife at the special dance, it's just gonna all fade away. And there's nothing that will take away that special moment.
As a professional and an expert, what is your favorite product or whatever it is? What's your favorite?
My favorite would have to be the BB Cream Full Coverage from Jane Iredale. It is great. It gives you full coverage, but yet it's weightless. You don't feel like you have makeup on. And it covers up all those imperfections, like the little lines, the little rosacea. And it's great for the skin. It's minerals, and it hydrates the skin, and you don't feel like you're drying out or you're overly excessive with oils in your face as well. So it gives that nice, even, fresh face look. So I love it. That's what I use as well.
We all have one. So what's your funniest story? What is the funniest thing that has happened to you?
The funniest thing that happened to me recently was I was at a boudoir session doing hair and makeup, and I had this one client saying, I need a Coke. I just need a Coke. And of course, you're thinking Coca-Cola. I need Coca-Cola. And then she just turns around and says, I'm a Coke addict. I just kind of back away and look at her and like, you're a what? She goes, oh, no, I'm so sorry. And I started laughing. I'm like, what did you mean? She goes, a Coca-Cola. She's like, I'm a Coca-Cola addict. She's like, I have to have caffeine. I started laughing. I'm like, I'm sorry, that was a little bit too much information. She's like, I know, I'm so sorry. She's like, too much. I'm like, yes, that was a little bit too much. But it was fun. It was fun, and she clarified all that, and I was like, good. Just wanted to make sure that you weren't asking me for anything.
So not Coke addict.
Yeah, not Coke addict.
But Coca-Cola.
The Coca-Cola. So I was like,
Funny.
good. Ooh, that was, to me, I was kind of already starting to sweat there. It's like, whoa, wait.
That's good. That's good. Amy, you've had a chance to work with Kenneth Light Studios and Cherie Claypool Films. How was it?
It was excellent. I love working with you guys. Not only are you professional, you're very outgoing, easy to work with, and the way you treat your clients is just so amazing. The way you're so open, and the way you have everything set up. Everything's very professional, very elegant. I love it, and I highly recommend my clients to you. And I can't wait to work with you even more days to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate that. Well, Amy, thank you for your time. We know you're busy. We got to run.
Yes.
But again, thank you for being here. Your expert advice is wonderful, and we will make sure to pass that along to all of our clients. They're a pleasure to work with.
Thank you.
So tell us and our clients and everybody out there, they need to contact you. How can they get a hold of you?
They can contact me at my website, bellamua.com. That's BELLAMUA.com, or at my phone number, 704-241-0603. And I can't wait to ooh la la Bella Moi.
Now, we had a chance to work with you the other day. Okay, let me do that again.
I just thought I'm going to hate those in the picture. So just get that out of the way. Please.
Oh, you. We can always kind of cut out on that if we want to.
Must be prepared. Like this right now.